Welcome into HogHype. Nick Luttrell joined by Locked On Razorbacks host John Nabors. John, been a really quiet week, right? Nothing going on.
Yeah, I know. I've gotten plenty of sleep, and I haven't been stressed at all. My head feels fine. I don't feel like I've just been punched in the gut and that I'm seriously hungover each and every day. No, it's been really chilled. Nothing really crazy.
Well, as many might know, a lot of transfer portal news going on with the Razorback football program. Most notably today, maybe not transfer portal news, but Sam Pittman did talk for the first time since hearing about the Liberty Bowl, and a lot of these players have gone their different directions. In your take, in your impression, what did you get out of that press conference that just happened a few hours ago?
Well, I think Sam Pittman said some things that he needed to say and said the right things. And if you're a Razorback fan and you're trying to find any sort of hope or any sort of confidence, I think there were some things that he said that could make you feel pretty good. But there's still some uncertainty about it because he understands that it's about getting some players out of this transfer portal to help the players that you lost. But the problem is that he says, hey, we got plenty of money. The money's not a problem. Okay. But you didn't want to pay the players that would have been really helpful next season that were already on your team, like a Patrick Kutas, like a Jalen Braxton, those guys that could have really helped. So I get it. I get what he's saying. I understand why he's saying it. I feel good about it, at least in principle. But now it's about action. Will he actually live up to it? Because, again, he says he's got plenty of money, so let's see it in the portal.
Yeah, and one of the big things we heard from the portal today, I guess not from the portal, but someone who isn't going to be going to the portal, who's going to be returning next season, is Taylen Green, the Arkansas quarterback. You think that's a good thing, or is that someplace where they can use money to get someone better?
Personally, I think it's a good thing. I like Taylen Green. He's not perfect by any stretch. There are some things that he needs to work on, but I think he improved in some capacities as the season went on, and I think that was extremely important. You know, everyone says about Bobby Petrino and the offense that he has that year two for the quarterback is always the best year. Well, let's see year two. I'm curious about that. I'm not saying he'll for sure be better, but I want to see it. I want to see how this plays out with Taylen Green. He's got to get somebody to throw the ball to because they're pretty much missing everybody there. But I'm fine with it. I want to see it. I think that there's a lot of upside there, and let's see when he has another year of development under Bobby Petrino.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm right there with you. Let's transition from football to basketball. A lot of positive energy with the basketball team right now. Arkansas gets a big win over Michigan on Tuesday. How needed was that for Coach Cal and the Razorbacks?
Oh, man. Well, that was needed for the entire state of Arkansas, it felt like, for a while. But, no, it was huge for the Razorback basketball team because the talent is there. We know what this team can be and what they're capable of. But so far this year, we've just yet to see it. Even in the games that they've won, a lot of them were way too close. They looked terrible in the first half or second half, whatever it is. They turned the ball over. There was just so many things that were frustrating to watch, and they didn't really have any sort of marquee win. And every other SEC team at this point felt like they did. So you're just waiting on when is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? Well, doing it in Michigan, doing it against Michigan up there in Madison Square Garden, national scale, everybody in college basketball is watching it. It was the Jimmy V Classic. It was a great game. You were able to do a lot of things in this game that can really help you out. You were able to come from behind under major circumstances, but you were also able to weather the storm at the very end when you gave up a big lead. I think that helps this team grow a lot, and they got to build upon it. I like what they're doing. You can see it kind of starting to get a little bit better. But once SEC play, they're not going to have any favors done to them. So it was huge to get this win instead of having to get an SEC play before you finally got your first marquee win of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a few games left in the non-conference before conference play starts, as you mentioned. John Nabors of the Locked On Razorbacks podcast. Folks at home, you can watch him every weekday on THV 11+. A lot going on with Razorback football and basketball right now, so make sure to be tuning in. John, thanks so much as always.
Appreciate it, guys. Anytime.